Mark and Evelyn lived in a cozy village. Their bond was admired by everyone. They shared a small farm and a simple life, their love and trust forming the cornerstone of their marriage. Yet, Mark carried a secret that weighed heavily on his heart, one he had kept hidden for years. One chilly evening, Evelyn found Mark sitting by the fire, unusually quiet. She asked if everything was all right, but he brushed off her concerns, saying he was just tired. Deep down, Evelyn felt there was more to his silence than he let on. Every morning, Mark would disappear into the woods for a few hours, returning with bundles of firewood or fresh game. Evelyn assumed it was his way of contributing to the household. She never questioned it until a neighbor mentioned seeing Mark speaking with a mysterious woman near the river. The remark lingered in Evelyn's mind, sparking curiosity and doubt. She decided to follow Mark the next morning, keeping her distance as he walked through the forest. Evelyn trailed Mark to a clearing where she saw him meet a young woman holding a toddler. Evelyn's heart sank as she watched Mark laugh and play with the child, his affection evident. She hurried back home, her mind racing with questions. That evening, she confronted Mark, her voice trembling. "Who is she, Mark? What have you been hiding from me?" Mark's face turned pale, and he sat down heavily, realizing the moment he dreaded had arrived. Mark confessed that the woman was his younger sister, Clara, and the child was her son. Years ago, Clara had fled an abusive marriage and sought refuge with Mark. To protect her from judgment and danger, Mark had kept her hidden in a small cottage deep in the woods. Evelyn listened in stunned silence. While relieved that Mark wasn't being unfaithful, she was hurt that he had hidden such an important part of his life from her. "Why didn't you trust me enough to tell me?" she asked, her voice heavy with emotion. Mark explained his fears, worried that revealing Clara's secret might bring harm to her or strain his marriage. Evelyn felt conflicted. She understood his motives but couldn't shake the sting of his secrecy. That night, Evelyn couldn't sleep. Her mind replayed Mark's words, the image of Clara and her son, and the fear in Mark's eyes when she confronted him. She resolved to meet Clara herself. The next morning, Evelyn accompanied Mark to the cottage. Clara greeted her with a nervous smile, unsure of what to expect. Evelyn noticed the warmth in Clara's eyes and the playful laughter of the child, who reminded her of a life untainted by fear. Evelyn and Clara spent hours talking. Clara shared her story, the hardships she endured, and her gratitude for Mark's unwavering support. Evelyn's heart softened as she realized the depth of Mark's love for his sister. Evelyn returned home with a new perspective but still wrestled with feelings of betrayal. Mark noticed her quiet demeanor and assured her he'd do whatever it took to regain her trust. "I didn't mean to hurt you," he said. "I just wanted to protect her." Over time, Evelyn began to see Mark's actions in a different light. She admired his strength and compassion, though it would take time to rebuild the openness between them. Evelyn decided to help Clara reintegrate into the village. Together, they devised a plan to slowly introduce her and the child to the community, framing her story in a way that avoided drawing unwanted attention. At first, Clara was hesitant, but Evelyn's encouragement gave her the courage to take the first step. The two women bonded over shared meals and long conversations, forming a friendship built on mutual respect. Word spread of Clara's return to the village, and while some were skeptical, many welcomed her warmly. The child became a source of joy for the neighbors, his laughter filling the streets and softening even the harshest critics. Mark watched with pride and relief as his sister found a place in the community. He thanked Evelyn for her role in making it possible, their bond slowly mending through shared purpose. One evening, Clara revealed a surprising talent for weaving intricate baskets. Evelyn suggested they sell them at the market, an idea that blossomed into a small business. Clara's baskets became popular, and her confidence grew with each sale. The family began to thrive in ways they hadn't imagined. Clara's success brought new energy to their lives, and Mark and Evelyn found joy in supporting her endeavors. As the seasons changed, so did the dynamics of the household. Mark and Evelyn's home became a lively gathering place for friends and neighbors, with Clara and her son at the heart of it all. Evelyn marveled at how their lives had transformed. The secret that once threatened to divide them had become a source of strength, uniting them in ways she hadn't thought possible. One day, Clara received a letter from her estranged husband, seeking forgiveness and a chance to reconcile. Fear and doubt clouded her mind, but Evelyn and Mark stood by her side, offering guidance and unwavering support. After much thought, Clara decided to meet him but on her terms. She demanded respect and accountability, finding strength in the love she had regained through her family. The meeting was tense but ended amicably. Clara's husband acknowledged his mistakes and agreed to give her the space she needed. Clara returned home feeling lighter, her confidence bolstered by the support of those who loved her. Evelyn realized that their bond had grown beyond mere family ties. They had become a team, bound by shared experiences and a commitment to each other's well-being. Mark and Evelyn reflected on how far they had come. Mark apologized once more for keeping secrets, and Evelyn forgave him fully, understanding his intentions. Their marriage grew stronger, built on a renewed foundation of trust and communication. Clara's story inspired others in the village to open their hearts and support one another. Her resilience became a beacon of hope, proving that second chances were possible with love and determination. Years later, Clara's business flourished, her son grew into a kind and talented young man, and the family celebrated their journey together. The household, once marked by secrecy, became a haven of openness and love. Mark and Evelyn looked around at their bustling home, filled with laughter and warmth. They realized that their strongest bonds had been forged through challenges, and they wouldn't have it any other way. Moral of the story: honesty and trust are the foundations of strong relationships, but forgiveness and understanding are what truly strengthen them. Supporting loved ones in their darkest times can transform secrets into bridges that unite hearts.